Okay, so real quick, I want to show you ways to add multiple calendars to bring everything all together. So in previous videos, we looked at how at your own personal OUSD calendar. It's a place where you can create events, invite students to. We looked at how in Google Classroom, um, every time you create a new class, you also get a new calendar. What we're going to now look at is how you can bring in other calendars so you can see everything in one place as a teacher. And students can do this as well. So first of all, you can create new calendars that you can then share with others. An example of this might be if you run a club or if you lead a pathway, you can create that calendar and then share it with anyone else to see in their Google Calendar to see all the events for that. Additionally, you can subscribe to public calendars like US holidays or the OTHS master calendar. And you can subscribe to private calendars like your own calendar on your own personal Gmail account. So let's go ahead and walk through this real quick. Let's start with creating calendars of your own. So here I have, for instance, so here are all of my calendars. These are ones that I've subscribed to. These are ones that I own or have created. I created and own the Google Classrooms. So my Google Classroom calendars show up here. Here's my work calendar. However, here is one, Computer Science Academy 2021. That's a calendar that I created in order to share it with others. The way you do that is you simply click the plus sign here next to other calendars. And in this case, we're going to choose create new calendar. I can just make one called test cal and click create. And now if I go back, you can see that I now have test cal here. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Okay, so that's a way that you can create a calendar. And then once you're in that calendar, that you have created, you can go into settings and sharing. So this is the Computer Science Academy calendar. I can go in here and you have many different ways to share a calendar. So in this case, I just said make it public so that everybody can see all event details, because that's the reason for it to exist, and get shareable link. So in the same way that you share a document, you can share a calendar, you send that link to somebody. When they click on it, it will automatically show up into their calendar. And I'm going to show you how that works in just a moment. So that's how you create a new calendar. So next, I want to show you how to subscribe to public calendars. So there's a lot of good reasons to do this. Holidays are certainly one of them. You see right here, I have Christian holidays, Jewish holidays, Muslim holidays, Orthodox holidays. So in all of those cases, you add those calendars from Google's repository of calendars. So that's here, browse calendars of interest. I click that, and you can see I've already selected all of these. But I can also pick calendars by country. So, if I know for certain kids or from certain countries, I can go ahead and figure out what goes in there. Additionally, sports calendars, moon phase calendars, lots of things that you can pull off of these public lists. Okay, and you can see again here they all are. I can turn any of them off by just simply unclicking them, then they won't show up on my screen. But to prove they're there, here's some holidays. Okay, next. How do I subscribe to the OTHS master calendar? So you can find this on the Oakland Tech's website when you go to calendars. What you'll see when you go there is a calendar that sort of looks like this. And right down here in the bottom right corner, it says Google Calendar with a plus sign. You simply click that. And you'll see a do you want to add this calendar? I've already subscribed to it, so it didn't show up. But now I've got that. I've got all of these OTHS dates. So I find this to be incredibly helpful to have all of these different important dates automatically in my calendar that I do not have to add. All right. And finally, how do you subscribe to private calendars? So in order to show you that, I'm going to start by going to my own personal Gmail account. And so this is my personal Gmail account and my personal Gmail calendar. So from here, I can go, this is my calendar here on this personal account. I can click these three dots and then go to settings and sharings. So what I'm trying to do is share this calendar with myself in my OUSD account. Okay. I don't want to make it public like I did with that other calendar because this is my personal calendar. In this case, I just want to share it specifically with myself. So, and you can see that's what I've done here. So this is my wife. This is my, I don't know, my side hustle this summer. And this is work. So you simply hit add people and you type in an email address. And then you pick one of these options. In general, the first two are the only ones that are actually available. And I'll show you that here. So now that I've shared it with my work address, I can pick either see only free busy or see all events. So I could theoretically share it with students and just say, but you can only see my free busy and you can't actually see anything else. That's an option. In general, the only reason why I'm sharing with specific people is because it's me in another incarnation or it's someone like my wife. Once I've done that, now I can go back to my work calendar. And when I hit other calendars, so let me unsubscribe here real quick. So when I hit other calendars and I hit plus, now I want to subscribe to a calendar, right? So I'm going to click that. And I can just type in my email address that it is coming from, which is Steve@Conches. And boom, it shows up and I'm automatically let in because Google knows I have been shared that calendar. And so it can show up. And so what you get by doing this is a single point of view with many, many calendars. And so you really get, you can turn any of these off at any time. Sometimes the Google Classrooms become just too noisy. So you can turn any of these off for yourself at any time. It does not turn them off for other people, right? And so you can look at only one calendar or you can look at all of them. I find Google Calendar to be incredibly valuable when you do these three things. So number one, put due dates on your Google Classroom assignments so that those show up. Number two, invite students to classes so that those classes actually show up on their calendars with all of the right links inside of them. And number three, adding my own personal calendars, other public calendars into my calendar so I have a single point of reference for all time-based information.